Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Eva. Good evening, Janusz. And warm greetings from Brussels to the whole NTV team. It is a great pleasure and honor for me to speak to you on this important day, which marks the beginning of a new association defending the rights and interests of victims of electronic terrorism in Poland. I would like to start by addressing posthumous sincere thanks and special homage to my late colleague and EUCACH medical advisor, Dr. Rauni Kilde, who died unexpectedly this year in her home country, Finland, on the 8th of February. Dr. Kilde was a pioneer in uncovering the wars of aggression waged by military agencies against the world population using secret mind technologies, such as cybernetic implants placed into the bodies of defenseless citizens against their consent. Her truth-telling articles and best-selling books have been widely circulated and read, which made her since a long time a thorn in the side of the perpetrators of this horrendous. The events surrounding her sudden illness, leading to a rapid death by cancer, of which we have been informed through her own accounts, suggest that she was probably murdered. As reporters covering the event for NTV, Eva and Janusz were both witnesses to the fact that Dr. Kilde seemed in perfect health when she opened the world's first Covert harassment conference on 20th of November of last year here in Brussels. Shortly before Christmas, she reported having been severely attacked and tortured by directed energy weapons, obliging her to call an ambulance when paramedics ignored her preferred choice of hospital and drove her to another clinic instead. Despite her informing him that she was allergic to morphine, the doctor gave her 2 morphine injections, after which she feared for her life and left the Norwegian hospital to get further treatment in Finland. Although she was hopeful to overcome her sudden illness, she died shortly afterwards from a widespread cancer in her body. We strongly suspect this being a case of international homicide perpetrated against Dr. Kilde to stop her from further disseminating her extensive knowledge about these weapons, silencing her forever through death. Let us all remember that Dr. Kilde's firm belief that there is no death, and that a person's energy can never be killed and lives on forever. As regards to EUCACH, for those who don't know it yet and what our organization does, I will give you a brief explanation. The European Coalition Against Covert Harassment is a not-for-profit organization committed to raising awareness to the problem of non-consensual experimentation using remote influencing technologies and techniques on the human body and mind. We propose clear ethical boundaries to regulate their use. EUCACH's organizational goal is to influence EU legislation and the decision-making process in calling for a worldwide ban on weapons that might enable any form of manipulation of human beings. Let me give you an outlook of some of our upcoming projects for this year. After a very successful first Covert harassment conference held in collaboration with our Dutch partner organization, Stopzet, in Brussels in 2014, our focus this year will be on organizing further awareness-raising events like conferences and seminars as well as on implementing a scientific and evidence-based approach to prove the existence of these high-tech crimes. As such, on the occasion of the United Nations International Day in support of victims of torture on June 26th of June, I will be speaking at an awareness-raising event organized by an Austrian colleague, the peace activist Ms. Frigga Karl. My presentation at this bilingual English-German information evening will commence at 7 p.m., followed by a debate on finding solutions to stop these atrocities and provide electronic torture victims and their families with the needed assistance. If you are interested in attending the event, please contact Frigga by email friggakarl@yahoo.fr. Forensic investigations. With regard to our efforts to scientifically prove non-consensual experimentation with implant technologies committed against our citizens. Some of you might know I was in 2012 in Belgium in organizing a crucial phase of an international study run by our American partner organization, the International Center Against Abuse of Covert Technologies, ISAACT.org. It was the third phase of testing in the framework of the Citizens Initiative and consisted of a free radio frequency scanning of members of the public within a shielded environment, a certified Faraday cage. To continue the scientific testing by professionals and more appropriate forensic equipment and tools, EUCACH director Magnus Olsen has developed a collaboration with scientists from one of Europe's largest and most prestigious medical universities, the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm. Therefore, we are launching an appeal to the public and especially the viewers of MTV to help us find a certified Faraday cage to perform further, more sophisticated testing, substantiating our preliminary findings in view of a class action lawsuit. Please distribute this appeal as far and wide as you can. In the furtherance of our goal to continuously broaden our international network of scientific and then particularly medical experts, EUCACH will be looking into the creation of a medical task force to exchange experiences and best practices. Members of our medical task force shall include experts from the disciplines of neurology, toxicology, and general, as well as plastic and reconstructive surgery. All of our experts are firmly committed to the establishment of clear ethical boundaries to strictly regulate the use of systems enabling the manipulation and control of human beings. We launch an appeal to any physicians interested in joining EUCACH's medical task force to contact Magnus Olsen or myself. To conclude, I would like to underline once more the urgency of combining all our efforts at the European and at the international level to end this virtual enslavement, torture and assassination program globally, forced upon humanity by the robotization of human beings, the transhumanist agenda. A week before his assassination on 22nd of November 1963, President John F. Kennedy gave a speech to the Catholic Youth Organization. To further illustrate the importance of our collaboration, I have chosen this quote. The world is engaged in the most difficult and trying struggle in its long history. All of the great epics which have torn the world for the last 2,000 years pale in comparison to the great ideological gulf which separates us from those who oppose us. It is our responsibility not merely to denounce our enemies and those who make themselves our enemies, but to make the system work, to demonstrate what freedom can do, what those are committed to freedom and the future can do. It is in this way that I commend and congratulate you to the creation of the new association in Poland. And on behalf of EUCACH, I wish you a very successful first meeting. We look forward to join our efforts in fighting these crimes and to a fruitful collaboration with you. Thank you.